Hey guys, it's Kevin and I'm about to explain you step by step the exact keyword research strategy that I use to make my first $10,000 per month with Amazon KDP. So let's get started with the actual video. Before creating this strategy, I used to at least try to spend 5 hours per day with the spreadsheet, writing down all the keywords that I used to find with the profitable competitors, average BSR, number of reviews, etc., etc. And the problem for me is that I really couldn't focus on doing this. It was way too boring. And if it's boring, it gets pretty much impossible for me. So this is a good exercise to learn to browse Amazon, I do agree, but it's also very boring and way too much to make it part of your daily routine. And in fact, it never allowed me to find any profitable goldmine keyword, because you will just basically base your research on what all the other competitors are doing, okay? So I'm about to show you a strategy that I developed by myself 3 years ago that works wonderfully to the date, and it's actually still in my top 3 keyword research strategies. And it allowed me to never worry anymore about keywords. I have way too much keywords that the amount of books I can work on. And this allowed me to make my first $10,000 in 2021 and reach my first 5-figure month and scale up to $58,000 per month recently. So let's get started with the actual keyword research strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, the active passive browsing strategy. And I decided the name 10 minutes ago while writing this notion. But the name is here for a reason, because you will combine 2 different sessions of browsing and researching on Amazon. The first one will be the passive one, which will consist in basically replacing Amazon with all the scrolling activities that you do on your phone. So like TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram, whatever you like to do, you can just replace this with Amazon. And then the second will be the active research, which will be on your laptop with all the extension that will help you, mainly Helium 10, which is the only one that I actually use, and can last 30 to 16 minutes per session. The first one, which is the passive one, will mainly happen on your phone, since we are using it where we are at the toilet or waiting for the bus, this kind of stuff. And I suggest you to get started with a research on the search bar of some niche or some topic that could be interesting for you, or perhaps you have other books already published in this niche, so it will be helpful for you to keep growing some kind of brand. And starting from there, you can just start browsing, click from a book to another, quickly check the performance of the book, and go to the suggested, try another search, go to the advertised book, and just keep checking books and books until you find a book that sparks your curiosity, because it's either a bestseller in some category, or maybe it's a book that is very new for you and you find the topic very interesting and you'd like to make something about this. And add all these books to your wish list or to the cart, to make it easier. But after many research, it's going to be pretty crowded, the cart, so I advise you to create a wish list. And you should also briefly check all the BSR and the performance day plus the description of this book. Not sit there and read through the whole things, but just check it rapidly if you find something interesting, okay? And the goal of this session will be mainly to feed your brain with information about all these niches and these books, and also find book that seems interesting so you can use them as a starting point for your active session that I'm about to explain you step by step. So the active session, it will consist in mainly 5 steps. The first one will be deciding a few searches to get started with your research. So I've wrote here some example, workbook for kids can be a one, age 7, cookbook for weight loss, fun fact for teens, etc., etc. Or you can check the book you saved previously. If you have a decent amount of these books, you can just start from the book you found in the passive strategy. And from there, you pretty much do the same thing. As first thing, you will check the book you've saved, if they're actually performing well with the graph that you will see on Helium 10. So if they've been performing for a long time, then you will see for how long they've been around and if they are hard or easy to compete with. And also if you can think about a way to improve them on your own. If you see something or some different angle that you can create a similar book, okay? And this is super important. I call this active session for a reason, because it has to be active and also very proactive on your side. This research strategy will not be based purely on mathematical data or any magical tools. You will have to use your brain and your creativity. So add your own ideas to everything. And I will explain you now how to do that step by step. Those are all the steps. So create basically a Notion file, and we will see in a couple minutes in the practical session. and you will copy paste in there all the links of the book that you find interesting. And the good thing about Notion is if you copy paste the link, it will show it as the title, and then you can click it and it will take you to the Amazon page. So if a book sparks your curiosity and seems profitable, you can save it on your Notion and search their title on Amazon again to see why they're profitable, if there are a lot of competitors, and try to understand why they decided to create this book and how other people are trying to do the same. So if there are competitors, if it is the same book, of if they change the angle a bit, of maybe just a copy paste actually, and if also the competitors are profitable or not. And after doing that, if there are not like 10 competitors super positioned and with thousands of reviews, then you can start working on your own product, okay? It's not necessary that you will get to do it. It's even just a mental exercise to get used to create new solutions, okay? So basically, after you've pasted in the Notion the link of your book, you will start writing under it. So you will go to a new line and start adding a bullet point of things that you could do on the book to make it unique, or maybe changing a bit the angle or making it for another type of audience. And I will show you way better how to do this in the practical session. And keep in mind that doing this for the first time is going to be pretty difficult, but after 2-3 weeks that you combine the passive and the active strategy, you will see that you will start having like very good ideas and that might be very potentially profitable. And the fifth step is do this on every marketplace. Obviously, it will be way more time consuming in marketplace where you don't speak the language, but it's still a good exercise, even just to see if a book has the potential to be translated in more languages after you've created or not, okay? And it has the potential to be profitable. Now let's see some frequently asked questions by literally no one, because I haven't published this video yet, but I imagine those are the questions that you might have. So what should I exactly look for? And to answer this question, I've made a very in-depth lesson about niches, keywords, and how you can combine these two data to create a powerful title inside my new Skool community, the 1% KDP Publishing Club, which is 100% free. You don't need a credit card, etc., free courses, free community. So just go to the link in the bio right now, and I will show you briefly what's inside later. The second question is, who should switch to this strategy instead of a purely data-based? And the answer is that you should be incorporating this one from the beginning. And also use the one with all the data just to get your mind used to see all these data in an automatic way. But you should incorporate this strategy from the very beginning of your journey, in my opinion. And your question, which book should I expand the research on? And the answer is, in my opinion, the one that are profitable and made by other self-publishers and that were published not too long ago. So I'd say in the last 6 months, ideally, and maximum 18 months ago. In my opinion, this is what I go for. Now, I think it's time for the live example on Amazon. So let's open our Amazon page. So we have our blank Notion page. And for every day I create a blank page and I have a folder where I have all my keyword research pages. So let's go straight on Amazon. And now that we are here, we can just start our research. So let's put it on book here. Normally it's how I like to do it. And maybe we can start like searching gifts for children age 7, for example. Yeah, age, okay, nice. And we will start to have a lot of ideas. So this one, for example, it is very interesting. Probably every one of you knows this, but this can be good stuff to work on. Then we see this one, guys. You see the cover is not that good. The price is kind of acceptable, not that low, not that high. Under free, exciting activity book for kids ages 6 to 8. I don't really find this very interesting, but it is selling a lot and it is not that good. So I will just save it here. And a simple thing you can do, for example, to make this book different is you can make it, for example, 303 exciting activity book, okay? This can work very well. Blah, blah, blah. There is no need to type all the title again. But you can do the same thing and make a better cover, basically. It's not that complicated to beat this book, for example. This is what I mean with start like literally tapping idea as soon as you see the book on the Amazon page. So another one that we can see here. Let's go to the second page. And you can actually start going fast if you already used. So this, for example, is actually looks very interesting. I've never seen this type of book. It's selling very well, probably because it's summer and a lot of people are looking for this type of book to keep their children busy. The cover is done very well. It has been published a few years ago, but I'm pretty sure it is from a publishing house. Yes, it is. And we can go down and look at this graph, and yeah, this book is basically always selling good. Reviews are good. And scrolling down, we can see there are other books that Amazon suggests you to visit, and we instantly see that there is another one that kind of copied him, and also this one that is not done very well. So we can go to check, open both of them in a new tab. Actually, 3 of them. There is also this one. And we see that this one with just 5 reviews and a cover that you can tell it's not that amazing, and it has been published way less than 1 year ago. It is still selling a few copies every single day. And this is exactly what we are looking for. Book that can be improved and made maybe on another angle, so we can make maybe a way more specific age, or use another style of cover, or change the title a bit also to make it stand out from the competition. This one has been published 2 years ago, and this is selling very, very well. The price is very low, but given the fact that it's not specific at all, you can see that it's trying to target literally everyone. This is for boys and girls ages 4 to 10. So making this same book a bit more specific, people will be willing to buy a book like this. So this is actually a very interesting one. So we can, for example, make it ages 5 to 7, or 4 to 7, or 6 to 8, okay, for example, or something on this line. And we can go to check. Down here you see it's literally nothing special. Day Plus are not done that good. It was independently published. It's only 98 pages, and the interior are super basic stuff from Shutterstock or some other stock website. And even if it has a lot of reviews at the moment, I don't think it will be that hard to create a different angles in a way that you don't compete directly with this book, but like I'm more on the side, you're like a bit different. Then there is this one. It's way older, more than 2 years. The cover is not good. You can tell it looks like homemade, made in your bedroom, and it's still selling. So this is a very good potential keyword. This one is still for age 4 to 8. So differentiation in age and making a cover slightly different, so maybe even more orientated on showing the activities, or more like professional looking like this one. This one has a very good cover because it's original, like it shows like the playing window, and this is a way you can differentiate. So start just tapping some idea for the cover, more pro looking and simple. Obviously, I don't want to give you an exact plan of action here on YouTube soon how to beat these books, because it wouldn't be really fair for these publishers. But if you work on it, I'm sure it can be a profitable niche. So now let's get back to our research and maybe we find another book. You see that this niche keep popping out, so it's definitely one that you can look for, because a lot of books, even recently published, are making tons of money. Like there are like 50 books that are making money with this niche. This one too, like everyone can make money with this, pretty much. So another very similar one can be travel activity book. And it's very similar to the previous one we've said. And this is pretty much the process, guy. Like you can go ahead and write as much idea as you get, and you can repeat that for as much book as you want and as you can, and as much as you can find. And I hope everything is clear. If not, just add it in the comment. And for this book, I've said everything I wanted to say. There is a link in the description to join my free community and course, so I will expand on this strategy 100%. And I will also host a detailed Q&A video regarding questions about this video specifically also in the next few weeks, so make sure to be inside the community to access this. And after the Q&A, I will likely also record a new video exclusively inside the community, obviously, just to add more details and explain better how this strategy works and how you can implement it in your publishing strategy, okay? Other than that, after you've joined the community, you can subscribe to this channel, comment if something isn't clear or if you'd like to see another specific type of video. And don't forget also to leave me a like, it's always useful for the YouTube algorithm, and follow me on the other platform like Instagram, or I don't think there are other platforms, so just YouTube and Instagram. And cheers, guys. Go out there and use my strategies and get what you want now. Don't wait.